Hey, happy travelers, vacation travel hacks here. Today we are talking about my favorite things Disney World, and cruising. And we got a lot of things to talk about. Actually, if you remember in my last video, we talked about how Disney Cruise Line seems like you could only go on a Disney cruise while your kids are out of school for about a week at about $10,000. Nope, I'm 40% wrong on that. I'm looking at spring break 2024 options. Previously, I'm a dad. I'm not a travel agent. I'm a kind of a family planner for my group of people, and I'm always out there looking. I'm frugal. I like to have good vacations, and I like to have fun and build memories. And so that's what we're here. So last time I was like, Disney cruise, $10,000. I don't know. Let's talk about spring break 2024. I found a couple options here. Out of Galveston, a suburb of Houston, the coast city of Houston, 5 nights, $3,900, and that's the total price for four. That's port fees, that's food, that's taxes included, and those are the dates for that. It goes to a couple stops in Mexico. Now, me, we'll call it the baseline minimum. I'm a 7 day cruise guy. 5 days, I feel like I just unpacked and packed, and I don't know. I can't do it. But $3,800 on a Disney cruise, I feel like a week. I don't know. 7 days though. Check this out. This is spring break, Port Canaveral, 7 days. Got a couple different options actually. You got the British Virgin Islands, you got the U.S. Virgin Islands, and you got the Castaway Cay on one. Then you got Mexico and Grand Cayman and Jamaica, as well as Disney Castaway Cay. So you got four stops at the bottom. That's the one I'm looking at right there. And oddly enough, that's during spring break. $6,000 for the inside. And then about $900 more if you would like a balcony. And the cool thing about an inside room at Disney is they give you the Space 220 treatment. If you've never eaten at Space 220, you're simulated like you're in space. Well, they're going to simulate like you have an ocean view room. You get a nice little TV there. So here's some of the stops. You're going to go, and listen, when I think of vacation, I think of the beach right there. I think of palm trees, and I think of in the water snorkeling. I'm not a big sand guy. I know that's kind of, how can you like the beach without the sand? I'm right here, and I'm here to tell you I'm not a fan. However, well, here we go. Sand, and you got some chairs and the wind, and that's the Grand Cayman. I've been to Grand Cayman, did the Stingray excursion. I don't like being part of the food chain, but I enjoyed holding the stingrays and feeding them, and they certainly seemed to enjoy being fed, and that was fantastic. And then lastly, you'll be in Jamaica. Looks like you can go out into this dated rowboat and row a little bit. There's other things to do, Disney excursions. So that this is it. So with your total price, $6,187, wanted to make sure I show you your other options. $20,000 for a suite, if that is your, well, that's like 3 cruises in one. But hey, you know what? If smoke them if you got them is my expression. Now, here at Vacation Travel Hacks, we are all about options. All right. So we know we got this one for $6,188. Are there other options? Of course there are. Just as a competing option, I always throw this out there. Miami Carnival, and I've been on Carnival. There's good vibe, good energy. I have a good time. I know a lot of people say, "Well, we've seen the videos of some people acting the fool on Carnival." Well, I've seen videos. I've seen people act the fool at a theme park, so it's acting the fool is not necessarily unique to any one faction. I'm just here to tell you, I've been on Carnival. I've enjoyed them. The food has been fine. I certainly eat it, and if there was something I didn't like, there was something else that I did. So, been on this ship, fantastic ship. My kid loves the water park. It is, it's a great ship. It's not like one of the mega ships. I think it's pretty comparable to one of the Disney ships. No fireworks though on the horizon. Anyway, for 4 people, total price right here. I went and copied and pasted. This is including port fees and everything. So from $349, it's about $2,000 off the door for 4 people. Again, for a week, it's $500 a person. I don't know if I could feed my family all of us here for a week for $2,000. If you're a balcony person, about 900 more, and if you're a suite person, it's cut off here from the screen. $900 per person. That's $4,177 for a suite. Now, as you may recall, the Disney suite was $20,000. Now, I'm not going to be able to compare a Disney suite to a Carnival suite. I have afforded a Carnival suite, and I've enjoyed it quite a bit. But I enjoy being in a balcony room too. If it's the difference between $1,400, I don't know if I'm going to take it. For me, when I booked it, the difference was $400. So I will always give you the options, and you can say, hey, yay or nay. So to me, it all comes down to this one question. And what we're looking at right here is, do I want to go on a Disney cruise for $6,200? Or do I want to consider going on 2 cruises in a balcony room for a little less than that? And then that's the question we got to ask. It's a harder decision than you think. And these stops are fantastic. They're really good stops. But hey, the other thing I always consider, again, I'm a Disney pass holder, and if you make that investment, it's $1,300 per person. I always got to throw in Disney World. Because every time I go to Disney World, something about the fireworks, something about the shows, something about the walking into the theme park, being on Main Street USA, there's nothing wrong in the world. And if you've never been to Disney World, so it's always a competing option. Land and sea, totally different experiences. One, my feet are yelling at me, and then the other one, not very many people are yelling at me, but I have fun either way. It's really is for that. So I picked spring break times, 4/7 to 4/13, 4 people at the most cruise-sized room that Disney has, which is the All-Star Movies Resort. It's probably the size of 3 cruise rooms. I mean, for to be honest, maybe 2, maybe I rounded up. But nevertheless, you got to on a cruise. The prices that I showed you earlier, that includes food. Disney most certainly does not include food. You got about $1,680, and that's the Casey Corners average for 4 people. $20, hot dog, fries, and drink times 3 times 4, and then multiply that by 7. You come up with $1,680. You can look to expend. It would probably be more than $6,000 because there's no Park Hopper, no Genie Plus, and I always do Genie Plus. I enjoy the Lightning Lane, so maybe it's probably not the price of a Disney suite. Maybe. All right. But there's many other options to consider, and I just wanted to show you this. In the past week, I've seen a lot of prices go down for spring break. And these prices, while certainly not $1,700 for an interior room, a lot of companies, Carnival, this is the Celebration. It's one of the newer ships, the interior room. And the Princess, $575. I've seen a lot of these prices. A lot of these prices were closer to $900 to $1,000. So there's deals are starting to pop up. The market is pretty heavy right now with travel options. So at the end of the day, I think we asked a question up here at the very beginning of this presentation of hey, spring break 2024. We got Disney Cruise versus Walt Disney World and Carnival. The fact that you have options, the fact that the prices are reasonable. Like I said, December, when we were looking at spring break, winter break options and summer break options for Disney Cruise Line, seemed like when my kid was out of school, a Disney cruise for a week was $10,000. And now I found a week out of Port Canaveral. I can drive from Atlanta to there, and I'm looking at about $6,000. So I think that's we all win with options. All right, until the next video, I hope you travel safe.